That looks just absolutely fantastic.
That's beautiful.
And you can grill these at home. A beautiful foam sauce that we're going to put on our steak.
If I eat all of the cheese, don't go to France. It's there all out.
Welcome to At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchener Market. Another great audience that we have here today. We're outside today because we're going to be doing some barbecuing and smoking, because you can do this all year round. It's absolutely fantastic. I've invited a barbecue specialist from TA Appliance, Carl Moritz. Carl, hey, great to have you on the show. Thanks for finally coming on. You know, it's been amazing. I've tasted some of your food. I love your passion. I love being that you can ask any question. And folks, I've asked a whole bunch of questions of this man over the years. So Carl, welcome. So what are we going to be doing today?
Pork shoulder, pulled pork is everywhere now. You can get it on your pizza, on your subs. It's expensive, but it's not expensive to make. So I'm going to show you what to look for.
Okay, perfect.
And first thing you're going to look for, these are both exact uniform size. They're almost like a square, lots of fat. And you want something with a bone in it.
Now, why do you want the bone in it?
3 reasons for the bone. One, it's a conductor of heat, so it'll speed up your cook. And secondly, flavor. People use bones to make soups, so you get more flavor from that area. Yep. And it's a great indicator when this is ready. It will slide right out of the shoulder, and you know you've got some tender meat. So
perfect. And now the other thing that we were talking off camera about was that you want to pick a shoulder or that type because there's lots of fat in it. So if you overcook it by an hour, it's not that big a deal.
It's the most forgiving thing you'll ever cook.
And that's what we want.
Yes,
perfect.
Easy. Anybody can do it. Doesn't matter if it's a smoker, a gas barbecue, a crock pot, your oven. It's very easy to do. So,
and I love what you have here. I'm looking forward to how this is going to work.
That's called a pigtail. It's a great way to turn steaks, pick up meat. It's incredibly sharp, and you won't. You don't want to touch the end, but you don't have to get your hands filthy. So what I'm going to do, this is just holding that pan down so it doesn't blow away, is I'm going to slide this guy right out into a pan so we don't get anything on our hands.
You want me to hold the pan?
Sure. So out it comes.
That's a nice piece of, and how much do you say it weighed again?
This is 7 pounds. It's about $3.99 a pound. Okay. And basically that's about the regular price, but I've seen it go as low as $1.49 at some point. So a lot of people use these to make sausage, but I like to barbecue it.
Okay, perfect.
People are, so first thing, most people have a gas barbecue, but more and more are getting into charcoal. But first things first, let's talk about the gas barbecue.
Okay. We have a beautiful broke in here.
It's gorgeous. It's a 4-burner. I can get any temperature I want on it, and I'm hovering just above 210 degrees, which is ideal. And I'm going to do what's called indirect cooking. So basically, I'm just going to slap it on this side and right over a water pan.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Yeah, I got a little messy there.
No worries.
So there it sits. And what I'm going to do now.
So now we're going to season it now?
Yep. I'm going to just, we have many different rubs and sauces. I'm not here to say anyone's the best. I've just grabbed one that I like. And
perfect.
I'm just going to sprinkle it down.
And now people can come to TA Appliance and ask you any of these questions, right? All year round, because you sell barbecue chips. We're going to get into charcoal in just a second. And also a whole bunch of seasonings. And they can ask for you specifically at TA Appliance on Victoria Street in Kitchener. And they don't necessarily have to buy. They just, you want to come in and educate them, right?
I'm doing a lot more of that than selling.
And that's a good thing. While we're here, and I know you're just going to rub that, can we just talk a little bit of difference between a lump charcoal and a briquette charcoal?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, as much as I'm a chef and you know, I think I know a lot, it's great that I get to keep learning. So you brought some lump charcoal here. And what's a difference between lump and briquette?
A lump charcoal is ground like to a sawdust, and then it's compressed and bound with most commonly wheat, and it's very compressed and it doesn't accept the air like a natural piece of lump charcoal would. So I prefer the lump because being porous, temperature change and all, it's gonna be rapidly changing with your air control and doesn't provide as much ash. So
okay, perfect. So just before we go back to the can we talk a little bit about this beautiful thing right here?
Yeah, it's the Big Broil King keg. It's a solid steel, insulated like your oven. It's at 300 degrees. My hands can be on it all day.
I know, we're
can be at 600. It's the ground's a little unlevel if you see it wobbling. I control it. It's air, basically. More air,
the hotter it gets.
Yep. and it's numbered for beginners, and closed down for slow and low, wide open for steaks, and it's been lit now for about an hour. Has this natural lump charcoal. This is sugar maple from Quebec, a Canadian product, and very popular.
So then for using the Broil King keg, again, you can use it for your burgers, your chicken, your beef. Like you can also make pizza on that, right?
Absolutely.
And you can get it up really hot. Like you can get it up to 600.
You bury that needle.
Okay, so
you won't even know what temperature you're at.
Okay, about 900 degrees then,
Probably.
which would be great.
Yeah.
And then just on the inside.
Cast iron cooking surface. I can raise and lower. I just pick this guy up, turn it, drop it. I'm further to the coals, so I can do the red hot steaks. And then further up, there is a extension rack I didn't bring with me today, but you could multi-level cook. I just want to give this guy some flavor. Okay, so then the other question I have for you with this is that you can, for charcoal, how long does it take it to get the temperature that you want? Is it taking like a half an hour to an hour? 10 to 15 minutes.
And then you can cook on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait till, like, you know, my dad used to do, wait till it's almost white before you have to do it.
No, you can just go for it right away.
And the difference, just in a ballpark pricing, so we have about $900 here and about 500 and some odd here.
Almost 600 here, almost 900 there. But this product done in a ceramic version is well over 2,000 by the time you've added everything it comes with. So
and it comes with a trailer hitch, I heard, that you can
well, you get an attachment you can take to the beach, you can take it to your buddies, you can take it to the cottage.
There's nothing like taking your own barbecue with you.
Tailgating, for sure. Yeah.
When we come back from commercial break, we're going to be using the Broil King, doing some great pork tenderloin, some vegetables. Stay tuned. I have another special guest coming in just a couple minutes on At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchener Market. Welcome back to At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchener Market. My second special guest, and I don't mean anybody by any means second at all, Capana from Unstick. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for bringing such a great product, and we're going to be cooking on this really, really unique piece of. Well, I'll tell you in a second, but I got to go back over here for just 1 second. So, just as I was mentioning before with Carl, is that we're going to do some simple smoking, and you can do simple smoking on your regular barbecue, and that's by using barbecue chips. And like I said earlier, you can go and ask Carl anytime at TA Appliance what kind of chips you want. They sell them all year round. We're using some cherry, so I've just taken some cherry chips. I put just a little bit of moisture on them, and now I'm going to fold my tin foil up. Just like so. I'm going to take my tongs and just put a couple small holes in them on both sides, just like so. And then we're going to lay them right on the barbecue grate, which we've already done. You can see just a little bit of the smoke happening now, and that's what's going to give it some more flavor to what the vegetables as well as the pork tenderloin that we're going to be doing in just a minute. Just before I introduce you, we're going to quickly season my pork tenderloin. I got some three beautiful pork tenderloins. My audience in the back, I know, is really hungry. Are you guys hungry? Yeah! They're hungry. So we're going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper because we're going to make an apricot cream sauce when we get back in. A little bit of Himalayan pink salt. We all know why we use Himalayan pink salt, right? Looks great on TV. A little bit of black pepper. Now, you can put as much or as little on as you want. If you want to put more salt on, please go for it. So, Capana, it's your moment now. We're using your product, the Unstick. Now, how did this all come about?
So, first of all, thanks for letting me be on the show, Daryl. I really appreciate it. I was actually overseas on vacation when I discovered this technology, and I just had to bring it here. It's such an amazing product line. We've got a variety of different SKUs. The one we're focusing on today is obviously the barbecue one. The thing I love about this is that it truly is 100% non-stick. When I say non-stick, I mean like the food simply glides right off. You can do fish, chicken, I've done pizza, I've done breakfast for my whole family outside. I've done eggs and bacon and sausage on there. Nothing sticks. And when you're done with it, all you do is wipe it clean and you reuse it. It's reusable, it's non-toxic, it's heat resistant to 500 degrees.
And we're talking off camera that we can leave it on the barbecue. If you're doing or warming your barbecue up and it's going to be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you can actually keep the unstick right on the grill.
Absolutely, as long as it's not above 500 degrees, as long as you're keeping it below 500, you're fine. And all that happens after 500 degrees is that over a period of time, the coating is going to deteriorate, and it'll just you know, compromise the quality of the product. But it's a really high quality product. We've actually got a 5-year warranty on it as well. And as you're going to see when you get the beautiful grill marks as well.
This is what I love the best. Just, you can just start seeing that. Can you see that? Okay, we're just going to add, I'll bring one out. You can start seeing all those beautiful grill marks. They're just going to get darker and darker all the time as we keep using it.
It sears all the juices in so nicely as well. We did several blind taste tests where people actually preferred the product cooked on the unstick compared to just the regular grill because it's so much juicier and flavorful.
And you're also not going to get any of the bits and barbecue.
Exactly,
you know,
no flare-ups, no.
From the last time you've had your barbecue and everything like that.
Exactly.
So then the other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a warm pepper salad. And as I mentioned earlier, this is what's so great about this product is that you can put the peppers right on the sheet, and it's going to be perfect to make our warm pepper salad.
The other thing I just wanted to mention as well is that the beauty of this product is you can either cook 100% fat-free, or you can use, if you're like me, I love to use sauces and marinades and fresh herbs and things like that. You can use either one and nothing is going to stick. Like literally it just glides right off. It's just amazing. And the cleanup is just fantastic. That's what I love. And
you know, as we first met at the London Barbecue and Beer Show back in June, and it was absolutely fantastic. You let me use it. We spent the whole weekend using it. I became such a fan of it. And then the 6 degrees separation is that your husband and I went to high school together.
Exactly.
That was hilarious.
World, yeah.
So anyway, so now where can our viewers get this product?
So currently it's online. So it's www.unstick.ca is the website. You can order it online, and we just have one flat rate shipping, as many products as you want to order. We've got 6 different products, and you can see all the different features and benefits of all the products that we have. The beauty of these too is that this one's for barbecuing. We've got a whole variety for baking, for Christmas season. They're amazing gifts. In fact, I just had a guy today order 10 of them online because he bought one. He loved it so much he bought 10 more as Christmas gifts in July.
Perfect.
You know, so it's yeah.
So just to recap a little bit of what we're doing here, we have our smoke, and I wish we had smell-o-vision. You know, we have HD, but we don't have smell-o-vision yet. We'll work on that. But you start smelling the smoke happening. The peppers are starting to roast. Yep. We have the beautiful pork tenderloin. We're just going to turn that one more time. We're going to let it cook. And don't forget, folks, that when we're cooking pork, we can cook it to 140 degrees, and it'll be perfectly pink in the middle. We're going to get going. Right after commercial, we're going to come back, we're going to taste all this, and it's going to be absolutely great. We'll be inside tasting it on At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchen Market. See you in a couple. Here we are at TA Appliance with Carl, whose passion is all about barbecues, smoking, and also selling you what you need and to get you to the next level of barbecuing and smoking. Hey, so we have some great products here. Yeah. Do you want to start with our big friend here?
Yeah, what I wanted to show you is our 2 most popular smokers that we sell, and the first is ceramics. Ceramics is a over 2,000-year-old tradition in Japan. And it's all about being airtight, thick, locking in 30% more moisture. It's a pure wood and charcoal burning unit. And
so just charcoal and just wood?
That's right. Lump charcoal, natural lump, not briquette, and wood chunks, chips, pellets. It's fine to add for flavor. And it's all about air control. So if you want a low temperature fire, open just a little bit, and we got low temp. If you want to cook a steak at 700 degrees, open it wide open. And when you're done, you shut it up, and it starves it of oxygen, and you can reuse the charcoal the next time.
So again, and the other thing with charcoal is, as well as myself and probably some of our viewers, is that we probably tend to use too much charcoal.
Yeah, we sure do.
We put it up and it's got too hot, and then it lasts way too much longer than what we want.
It's burning later.
That's right. Now you were talking about briquettes and lump charcoal. What's the difference between, again,
so the briquette is basically ground and compressed and bound usually with a wheat. It's not a great flavor. It doesn't accept the air. It ashes over a little too much where the lump is porous and accepts air change immediately, and it's just 100% natural and tastes better, smells better, all that.
And our viewers can come and ask for you, and
Yeah.
you can take them through the whole charcoal.
Absolutely.
And you have lots back there, which we're just looking
Year
at.
round too, year round. So
Yes,
it's hard to find.
I've come here in February and got some great charcoal.
Yeah.
So we were talking about shoulders, and we were cooking with a pork shoulder,
Yeah.
and you were talking about the tenting. Can we go back through
For
that?
sure,
And
for
because
sure.
you do such a great job of it.
Yeah.
I'm drooling right now thinking about how good that pork was.
Yeah, it was nice. So it's pretty easy. You're pretty much giving the pork about 4 hours of smoke flavor, and then it's not going to take on any more. It's the bark that's important. That's your flavor. That's why people tear it up and mix it in. So after about that first 4 hours, you're just putting it into a foil pan, tenting it airtight, let it go. It's braising, it's cooking in its own fat. It's not losing any of that flavor or moisture, and it's a foolproof method to just fall apart for you. And that's what you want. With a brisket, it'll be like a sponge, and you can just slice. But like I said, the pork shoulder is so forgiving.
Yep, with all the fat.
It's just so much fat, you can't mess it up.
And I love the idea when you take the bone and you can pull the
Just-
bone out. It just,
Yeah.
you have it perfect and it's all done for you.
Yeah.
And ready to go. Welcome back to At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchen Market, live with a great audience. We just spent the last half hour out on the barbecue. We did some smoking, we did some barbecuing, we learned how to use unstick, which just makes all your food that much better because it's not sticking. Absolutely perfect. So now, I'm tented my pork tenderloin, we've tented our pork shoulder. We're gonna get to that and make a beautiful pulled pork sandwich in just a second, but we need a sauce for our pork tenderloin. So I have some clarified butter here. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of clarified butter into a really hot pan. Then we're gonna add about half a cup of onion. And then we're gonna slowly cool the pan down. We're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of curry, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of ground chili, a little bit of paprika, and we're going to stir that all in. Our onions are beginning to soften really quickly. Oh, look at that. You can smell all that, eh? And we're going to add some white wine to it. We're going to add about half a cup of white wine. Already, all that alcohol is being boiled off. Reduce it down. Then some dried apricots. A little bit of dried apricot. Okay, not a little bit. We're going to add about a 1/4 cup. Well, you know how much I measure all my recipes anyways. So we're going to add about a bit of cremini mushrooms into our sauce. Reduce that down. Just, again, get it all over. We've tented our pork loin, like I said before, so all that juices stay in, so that all that heat stays in as well. And then we have this beautiful pork shoulder that our friend Carl has just made, barbecue specialist at TA Appliance. You can ask him any question you want, and he'll answer it for you. And as he mentioned earlier before, is that if you have a bone, you can pull the bone and you know it's done by when the bone just pulls out, nice and easy, just like that. I have some great cheddar cheese bread here. If you don't have cheddar cheese bread, you can use any kind of sourdough muffin, not sourdough muffin, sorry, sourdough bun, any kind of rye. You can, whatever you want. Your world's your oyster on this one. So we're going to add a little bit of his cherry barbecue sauce. We need it on both sides of the bread, don't we, ladies? What do you think? We're good? Are you guys hungry? Yes. I have some serious hungry people up here. Just again, putting a little bit of a cherry barbecue sauce on. Now, you can do it with tongs, you can do it whatever you want, but truly, when you're having friends over and family over, you want to get your hands into it. So we're going to take it with our hands, and just look how that breaks off. Oh, you know, I have to try some just to make sure it's okay for you guys, okay? Oh, Carl, I'm in love. You know, the crew really likes to eat the shows. I don't think they're going to get any of this today. Wow. There we go. There we go. Okay, that piece is for me. There we go. Now, we're done this. We got our moisture's almost all down. I'm gonna run and grab some 35% cream. Now, if your family is a little bit lactose intolerant or can't have it, you could use some almond milk in this. You could use some rice milk. Just make sure you reduce the heat down so it doesn't separate on you. We're going to use some 35% cream just because it's going to hold together nicely and make this sauce just be that rich, beautiful sauce that we want. You guys still hungry over here? You look like you're drooling now. I better truly feed them soon. That goes there. We have our roasted peppers that are done. Again, you can just see how beautiful using the unstick. We get a little bit of the char and sweet, the sugars coming out of it, but it doesn't get black and So we're going to take our plate, grab some fresh ricotta cheese, some of our peppers, one of our pork tenderloin. Now remember, we use a little bit of a smoking technique with the pouches, so you're going to see the beautiful it's just a richer color with the smoke as well. So then we're going to cut this in medallions. 3 medallions go here. Perfect little plate. With the magic of TV, I happen to have some sauce already ready for us. On the sauce goes a little sandwich. Mr. Carl.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
And I have one just for you too. There you go. Enjoy. How are you liking it so far?
It's amazing.
Nice. What part's your favorite?
The sandwich part.
Oh, the sandwich part?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I paid it.
How's that?
I've already had a bite earlier. I snuck it. It's amazing, and I'm going to make it this week for sure.
Perfect.
This is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. The
And
flavors
like
are so nice.
And it's so easy to do when you have great equipment. From barbecues to the unstick, it just works. It's kind of like a match made in heaven,
Sure.
as it were. And some great food ingredients. Carl, I just got to go back because I truly love you.
So good.
Oh, it's so good. I can talk with my mouth full. So, anyway, thanks again for coming on to the show. Great to have you. Great to see you again. We'll see you at PA when I have another question about barbecue. And I'll see everybody on At Home with Chef D, live at the Kitchener Market. Till next time, see you soon.